Sports Talk Zone.
Welcome back to another episode of Sports Talk Zone. I am your host, Ronaldo, along Mikhail, aka the Guru. And Mikhail, the Premier League is back and in full effect, and we are going to talk about the Chelsea versus Liverpool game that ended in a 1-1 draw. What was your takeaway from this game?
This was a very exciting game. Liverpool going one up first and had the opportunity to go 2-0 up, and that goal was called offside by Mo Salah. And then Chelsea found themselves back in the game. And honestly, my take on this game, I would say Liverpool should consider themselves lucky to come out with a point in this game. Chelsea, for most part, dominated possession and controlled the game. But then in the second half, Liverpool made some changes, and that disrupted all the Chelsea movement, and they found themselves back in the game. Chelsea themselves even actually went up 2-1, which was offside, so you can't call it a game of offside goals, but it was very end-to-end entertaining. I loved it. Two teams going at it. Nobody was reserved and trying to be cautious. They were both going for that win, and it was a very entertaining game. I liked how Raheem Sterling looked in it, looking like his whole self again, and he and Reece James was linking up, making some great plays. Liverpool, I know you're gonna say the title contenders for this season. They didn't look great, but they didn't look bad. You could see them go and make some noise this season, and Chelsea as well, and especially with the signing of Caicedo to boost that midfield. But it was a very entertaining game. I loved it. Klopp, I don't know. I don't see them as being title contenders. Honestly, Liverpool. That's Liverpool I'm talking. I didn't get that from that match, but they will be trying to challenge for that top four. So let's see where they end. What's your take on it?
I would agree with everything you say, except for the end part. I don't think you could use just one game and judge if a team is title contenders or not. But what I'll say is that for maybe the first 20 minutes of the game, it was Liverpool dominating the game. Then Chelsea find themselves back in the game and started to dominate the game. And for the vast majority of that game, you could say that Chelsea was the better team. Even though it was a 1-1 result, you could say that Chelsea have better opportunities. Chelsea tested the Liverpool keeper more than how Liverpool tested the Chelsea keeper. So I would agree with you in that sense, but to say they are not title contenders based on just one game is a little bit of a stretch. Knowing the type of manager Klopp is, I'm sure he will go to the drawing board, see where he can correct stuff. The transfer window is still open. You still need a solid center defensive midfielder, so working on that. So there's a lot still to tweak with Liverpool in order for them to truly be the Liverpool that we want to see. But I still think that they are capable of giving any team a run for their money. And if Liverpool is not title contenders, who are we going to say are title contenders? Just Manchester City? Because all of the other teams that we saw play this weekend, that we would probably say, oh, these teams might be the title contenders, did not play well. Manchester United, even though they won, you could say that was a game that they were fortunate to win. Arsenal won, but even that game, you could say that Arsenal was pushed to the by a Nottingham Forest team, by a bottom of the table team, a team that came up from the championship last year, was pushed pretty much to the edge, to the final whistle to get that victory. So what are we saying here?
I will say this. Possibly be another runaway with City, but don't count out Newcastle. Remember, I told you they will be a top 4 team this season. Not necessarily sure which order. They were one of the best team. They're currently on top, which it's early season, but I'm just saying they look good. And it's a team that has been gelling, coming together with last season and this season going forward. They might make some noise. Tell
Yeah,
you.
I'm not. I'm
Newcastle.
not. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that either. I wouldn't disagree with that. Because last year they, as I said, finished in the top 4, and the only thing they can do this year is try their best to build on that. And even the way they play in their opening game suggests that there's no fall off from last season.
So let's see.